What's up? We're so shiny. So like, whoa. My hair look okay? Yeah, it's okay. Just keep your face back here.
Right here? Right here?
Yeah. Wow, we look the same. Hey guys. Hi. We're back. Welcome back to university. Today we are in Shanghai because it's both of our breaks and we just decided to film this video about twins being separated for college. I go to USC, which is in Los Angeles, California, and I go to Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire. So you can imagine that's just like opposite corners of the country. We're just gonna answer some questions that we came up with ourselves that we thought would be helpful for other siblings that might be moving across the country.
Or twins. If you're a twin,
Choosing colleges
down below.
and stuff. Yeah. The first question is, what kind of college did you think you were going to end up at?
Okay, so I'm a business major, but I went into college not really knowing if business was like the perfect thing for me. So I kind of wanted to go to a college that let me explore those things, maybe alongside business.
So for me, I never really knew what I wanted to do. I was very undecided and I still am. So I always thought I wanted to go to a large college because I knew large colleges would have a lot more major options. At first I wasn't really looking at small schools. I wanted to go to California, I wanted to go to a large school, maybe with my sister. We didn't know if we wanted to go to the same college. A lot of people ask us, a lot of people asked us that, but I think for us, we never really thought that was like a limitation. We did end up applying to a lot of the same schools, but we never thought like, oh, we have to go to the same school.
Our parents did have a preference. They were like, if you could get into both the same college, they would prefer us do that. But I think Ardell and I were very open with it.
Next question is, what colleges did you end up applying to? So I applied to, I think, 11? RISD, Stanford, USC, Dartmouth, Carnegie Mellon, NYU, UCLA, UCSD, University of Washington, Brown. I don't remember the last one. Pomona! Yes, and Pomona. So yeah.
I also applied to a lot of the same ones. So I applied to UCLA, UCSD, University of Washington, USC, NYU, Carnegie Mellon, Pomona, UPenn, Lehigh, and Dartmouth. So I was accepted into UCLA, UCSD, University of Washington, USC, NYU, and Carnegie Mellon. I was rejected from Pomona and UPenn, which was no surprise. Waitlist from Lehigh and Dartmouth.
We always thought like, oh, what if we get rejected and like accepted to all the same colleges? And it was kind of like that. I was admitted to UW, UCLA, UCSD, USC, NYU, Carnegie Mellon, and Dartmouth. So that was the only difference between us. Unfortunately, Michelle got waitlisted. Feels good. And I was rejected from Stanford, Pomona, RISD, and Brown. So those were our options. So that leads to the next question. How did you choose your school?
For me, oh my god, I miss these.
Okay.
Okay. I knew that we had only one difference in colleges. So I was very supportive of Ardell for going to Dartmouth, but then I was thinking about where I would end up, and I guess in the end I narrowed it down to UCLA, USC, and Carnegie Mellon. Both Carnegie Mellon and USC have an undergraduate business program that I was interested in, and they both have very good reputations. UCLA, even though they don't have a business school, they are also one of the best public universities in the world, so 3 very good options that I was considering.
For me, I think my top choices were definitely Dartmouth, USC. The third one is kind of interchangeable between UCLA and CMU. I chose Dartmouth because I remember the first time I stepped foot on campus, it was just, it's very cliche, like, oh, you're gonna get that feeling when you get onto your campus, but like, that's literally the feeling that I got, and my mom got it too. So I think it just felt right. And USC would have definitely been my second, I think, because obviously Michelle's going there. That would have been super fun. But at the same time, like almost 19 years together, we both felt that we needed like a change of environment. It didn't mean that it had to be without each other, but I think that was just something that happened, and like we're okay with that.
I felt like everyone needed to experience a point where you're like recognized as your own individual person.
Growing up, you're always labeled as like, oh, the twins, and like you're just like
one entity.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, it's definitely been interesting to like be separated and like get recognized as like an individual rather than just two people together. Next question is, what are the differences between our schools?
Weather-wise, we have pretty nice weather. I can still wear shorts, probably still wear a dress on a nice day.
So I live in New Hampshire, classic New England weather. We have really pretty fall and then just like freezing winter. It started in like October. We had our first snow in October. Another difference about our colleges is my college is way smaller. I think Dartmouth has about 4,000 undergrads, I think, and you have how many?
Around 19,000. One of the big differences is that being such a big school, USC is kind of one of those things where you walk around and you do see people you know, but a lot of the times most people around you are strangers. So personally, I'm an introvert. Going to a big school is not that big of a problem. I have my close group of friends to hang out with.
I'm definitely also an introvert, but a little more extroverted than Michelle. So at Dartmouth, I think it's a good size for me. I know a lot of people, and like wherever I go, like in the library or whatever, I can usually find like one person I know, but it also isn't too big. Like you feel like you're part of a community, and they do a really good job of that, Dartmouth. Like they have like pre-orientation, you have trips, you like bond with your classmates a lot even before classes start. So yeah, it's a really tight community. The next question is, what do you like about those differences? Well, I guess we kind of went over that, right?
Mm-hmm. Each college has their own campus culture or campus atmosphere that's really unique to the school, and I think having like a different experience in college is really cool because we get to talk to each other about it.
We like our differences in general. Next question is, what is it like being far apart from each other?
Great.
It wasn't like,
oh my gosh, I miss her so much. Like, I need her presence here for me to feel whole.
It wasn't like that, but I think, yeah, it was definitely a change to just not have Michelle there all the time. Let's go over some pros of being apart.
Pros of being apart?
We don't just share stuff anymore. Before, I shared like a straightener, I shared a curler with her, and now I got my own, so like, that's nice.
I'm known as Michelle now instead of, let's say, Michelle Nardell or the twin. It's not the first thing you know about me, usually. One con is that whenever I have something interesting that happens to me during the day and I want to tell Ardell, we have to think about time difference. When we want to spill the tea, like my prime tea spilling hours is around 10 to 11. Well, it's already 2 in the morning for Ardell.
I sometimes end up staying up until like 3 or 4 just talking to her when it's like only 12 or 1 over there, so that's kind of annoying for me, only me. Next question is, has distance changed your relationship? Not really. Like, I feel like if it did, I feel like, oh, like I don't know her anymore. Like, we're acting differently than we used to. But like,
Michelle, you've changed.
It feels like I'm back in high school, just that we don't have homework and all we're doing is just like relaxing.
Yeah, that's the good thing. Whenever we see each other, we're only going to be on breaks, so we'll never have anything else to do to distract us from sister bonding. Okay, so next question. What is something you like about each other's school that your school doesn't have?
So I think that would have been really fun to go to USC and just be part of that, like tailgating and like
game day.
Stuff. I think I'll definitely visit Michelle sometime. Next question is, how to convince parents that it's okay to move far away, especially from each other. We grew up in Seattle. Our dad works in Shanghai now, and he has for the past year. For senior year, our mom stayed with us in Seattle. For us, our family was just like thrown in opposite directions. I was going to the northeast, she was going to the southwest. My mom was still going to be in the northwest for a little bit, and my dad was like overseas. So that was just like a pretty big thing that we all had in our minds, like if we ended up going. How to convince them though? I don't think it took that much convincing. Our parents were pretty supportive. They just wanted us to choose where we wanted it to go, so that was pretty cool on their end.
To end everything, final question.
After all this, what have we learned, and will we change anything if we had the chance to?
As a twin, I think I've learned that being like my own individual person is kind of scary. I've always been more introverted than Ardell, so in a lot of social situations, I kind of relied on her to reach out. And so in college, when I didn't have her, I had to learn how to do that by myself. And even though I'm still kind of bad at it, I am working on it. I think that's a good positive thing that we got out of this.
Challenging yourself and not being afraid of change is really important for college, especially for wherever you go.
Yeah, not even just for twins, just for anyone going into it. Everyone's going through the same thing. Maybe for us it was a little weirder because we usually have another person that literally looks exactly like me. You get used to it, you adjust.
Would we change our minds if we went back?
I don't think I would. I think in this situation we made the best decision possible for both of us. Maybe one thing I would have changed is working on my Dartmouth application more.
I do think about like what if I did go to USC, but at the same time, like, yeah, I wouldn't change my mind. I think it's been a pretty fun experience. Coming back together during break, it's been really nice.
With no stress or homework.
Oh yeah, another difference between our schools. I have a 6-week winter break. For any of you juniors out there that are applying to colleges next year, just keep that in mind. Dartmouth has a 6-week winter break, which all your friends will be jealous of if you end up going.
Fake school.
That is it for our video today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you guys have any questions about us, our experiences, or anything else, please comment down below.
If you're a twin, maybe thinking about college and separation,
or even a sibling with other siblings and you're thinking of going far away from home,
yeah, comment in the comments down below and we'll try to give our worldly advice.
All right, we'll see you guys next time on University. Bye.
Who's doing the hand? Me?
What? To all the seniors that finished their college apps, congrats, you're done.
Made it.
Yeah. Now it's just waiting, so have fun with that. We all went through it. It'll be fun.
You got this.
Yeah.